Sup, tribe? We're a little early here, 1 hour early, and that's because Jatin is in Dubai right now. There's a big event happening in an hour's time that he has to be at, so we had to shift this an hour early. If this is messing up with your schedule, apologies. But sup from myself, from Chase. Welcome to the show, brother.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm so stoked to have Jatin there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, but we have Jatin in the trap ready to tell us what's been going on at Dubai over the last couple of days. So yeah, I'm stoked to have you here, Jatin. Thank you for taking time out of your day. As we were talking about before this, you've been nonstop since you got there. So for you to take an hour out of your day before you actually have to go to another event, we really appreciate it, brother. So thank you for being here.
Totally.
Sub everybody, and again, always here for the family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, how about to the people that don't know you, Jatin? Do you want to maybe give you like just a quick 10-second rundown who you are, what you do at Supra, and things like that?
Of course. So, hey everybody, I'm Jatin, and I work at the developer relations team at Supra. And basically, there are a lot of things that I can tell you about what we do at the DevRel team, but I'll just keep it concise and crisp. So, if you see any improvisation, any innovation regarding dev toolings, documentation, and all the awesome content that you see regarding EVM and much more to come, then that's the DevRel team for you. We work so that you don't have to have struggle with how to learn and build on Supra. So yeah, I work alongside our amazing DevRel Nolan and Keith. So looking forward to sharing about the insights of Dubai.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't been into our Discord, we do have a DevRel kind of section now, and we have a developer AI chatbot that like has been helping people with developer related questions. Jatin and John are both very active in there. They're posting every day, answering questions, as well as Nolan. So if we do have any developers that aren't within our Discord, want to learn a little bit more about Supra and how you can get started to build, hop in our Discord, answer some or ask some questions, and they'll be answered immediately by our awesome team. So yeah, well, thank you, Jatin, for the introduction, and again, thank you so much for taking your time out of being here. But I know you have a strict schedule, so we're just going to jump into it. And the first things first, let's get some ecosystem news out the way, baby. So Supra EVM is live on Testnet Alpha. This is huge. Woo! This is absolutely huge. I think it went live yesterday or the day before. My days have kind of been in a scramble mode, but very recently EVM is live now on Testnet Alpha. So Supra is bringing major updates to the Ethereum virtual machine, and this includes hybrid parallel execution of Supra STM, built-in oracles and automation, native cross-chain communication, and a cute little panda. Cute little red panda that we've been building over the last few weeks. I've worked really hard on Sapossum, as you can see him here. Thank you, Hoyt, for keeping him for the sup. But we also have another mascot that we've been working hard, which is the little cute panda that you see there. So it is currently only invite only. To get in, you will need early access. So go to super.com/EVM and apply to get your early access now. So yeah, any thoughts on some EVM testnet going on, Jatin? What do you think?
So yeah, I mean, definitely, I'm super excited. We all have been working very, very hard on the EVM. I mean, we went with MoveVM mainnet last year live, right? And since then, it's all have been leading up to getting EVM out. I mean, Ethereum is like having the one of the biggest ecosystems, if not the biggest ecosystems out there. So having the EVM testnet alpha, that's what we are calling it essentially, out there for devs. It's a really great like news. It went live like just a few years ago, last night for me in Dubai time. And since then I have been showing the little cute panda page to a lot of people. People love the panda, man. People are excited for the EVM, but they love the page a little bit too much.
Yeah. Exactly. And I do want to give a huge shout out to Lou and our creative team. That's something that we really want to focus on this year. It's like we want to be more fun. We understand that our tech is top of the line, but we also want to be able to have fun with it. We want to be able to flex our muscles with our tech stack, but we also want people to feel like they can be involved in a community way. So I think they did an amazing job of creating that page. It's not like any super page you've ever seen before. So even if you aren't interested in EVM, just go to super.com/EVM and go look at all the great work that our creative team did. So shout out Lou, shout out everybody on our creative team. They always crush it. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
If Lou is watching this, I hope I don't offend her, but I did initially think it was a little fox and not a red panda. But That's probably because, you know, being stuck in Africa, I'm so focused on African animals that I see an animal like that, I'm like, that's a what is that, a fox? I was totally unaware. And obviously all the comments that came after that, oh, cute little red panda. Now I know what it is. So
Yeah,
but
don't try
yeah,
to catch any foxes out there.
shout out to Lou. I mean, the design work has been amazing on that page. Go check it out right now. If you guys are watching, just hit up supra.com/EVM. Check out that page. It's such a great design. And obviously links out to all our docs as well. So obviously we're in Dubai right now. And when I say we, I'm referring to Jatin. Jatin is in Dubai with John. Aditi is with them. Jason, our new head of events. So they're all in Dubai right now for Token Dubai 2049. Couple of things happening. Yesterday was Multichain Day with Wrapped XYZ. A little bit later on today. So this is where Jatin has to get to, the 1% Club. That's big because Crypto Banter, fellow South African, Crypto Banter is going to be hosting the 1% Club with John Jones, obviously our co-founder and CBO here at Supra. And then on Friday, Hack Seasons starts at 9:30 a.m. Jatin, can you give us a quick rundown? How was Multi-Chain Day yesterday? What's expected with regards to the 1% Club? And then give us a rundown on the Hack Seasons as well on Friday.
So yeah, indeed. I mean, it's like all Supra all over here, you know. So yesterday, multi-chain day was amazing. A lot of people are saying that it was actually one of the best events like yesterday specifically because there was like a lot of crowd. You know, I mean, people didn't stop coming over till like late evening. I mean, we wrapped up our booth at like 7 p.m. You know, and we were there since. I mean, me and Jason we like landed at the venue around like 9 a.m. in the morning. So I mean, you can imagine almost like 10 hours. But we had the great booth at the event. We had a lot of people coming over, loving our awesome T-shirt. You know, shout out to Liu and design team to making the goat T-shirt. You know, basically they are very interested to about like how we are doing the multi VM thing. I mean, if I have to say one thing, then out of like out of 50 people, you could say at least 40 people were all about how the multi VM thing is going on. And when I say that our EVM is going live tonight on Testnet Alpha, or DevNet, whatever people say, they are like, oh really, that's big. And I'm like, you know what, our automation is already out. We saw people signing up on the automation page, the to get notified about it. Many of them actually saw the demo that we posted on Twitter about how we are actually interacting with blockchain like a computer or an AI, where we are sort of like making it do the transactions and everything. So it felt all supernatural to a lot of people on how we are doing automation, how transactions are getting automated on the blocks. Many technical people were very interested on knowing more about how the implementation took place. So the whole general sentiment around automation, EVM was very exciting. The whole event was filled with people who are building cool stuff. We met many existing dev studios who are building great dapps. We made some really good like the studios and this web3 games. We met our existing partners like Solido, and talked about how the whole the cash thing is going around, and it's been great. And I'm just looking forward to the event that we have today. Our team will be there, meeting some amazing like VCs, founders coming over to the 1% Club. Like it's like the exclusive big short event today.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. How was what's the vibe been at like at the booth? What was the vibe? I'm a big merch guy. We worked really hard on these designs, and I do want to give a little bit of spoiler about merch moving forward. But before we get there, what have people thought about the shirts? Because a lot of the times, we in the past we've done our red hoodies, which are kind of a staple to us now. The black shirt, which people love as well. They're super simple, they're super clean. But we've been wanting to do a little bit something more creative. When we go to these events, we always like doing custom merch when we're able to, as in making shirts that are designed around the event. And for this time, we did it designed around Dubai, right? There's a gazelle with like a super bucket hat with the Burj Khalifa in the background. So what was like I guess the overall opinion and the overall vibes of people like seeing our merch at the booth?
So all I could say is we bought in a whole big box, and when we went back after wrapping up the booth, so me and Aditi combined had only like three t-shirts left. And
Whoa.
that too because it was of like the XL size, as people would have taken that as well.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
people took like two or three t-shirts by the end, because I mean, so it was like a very cool design. Most of the time people don't like when it's just a company logo, so they feel like
yeah,
sort of like a branding billboard when they go around. But having a really good mascot, like yeah, this goat, and the Dubai background in the back, so it actually shows the essence of Token Dubai and
yep.
you being present there plus a goat. So I mean, I think the mascot shows the vibe of the merge, greatest of
Yep.
all time.
Yeah,
But
we love that, man. So and moving forward, we're going to keep doing this for every event, right? And that was the idea behind it. A lot of the time when you go to these crypto events, and if it's just a branded T-shirt, people will be like, "Nah, I'm good." Like I have a bunch of just like black T-shirts with like brands on them. They're really hard to wear. It's like if you're just going out casually, I'm not going to wear like a brand shirt that I don't work for. It's something that I just won't do, and doesn't really fit my vibe, but the design aspect behind these t-shirts was like, okay, we wanted to like bring it back to like 90s skate culture, to where like you could wear this shirt after an event and it'd still be wearable. It'd still work out in your repertoire, your I guess your daily attire. It's super simple to wear, but the design is super sweet, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it. We've been working a long time to actually have like designated merch for events. So now that it's working out, I'm super happy, and I'm so happy to hear that almost 200 shirts were picked up in one day.
yeah, it was actually very exciting for us to see that um there were like a lot of merch, to be honest, everywhere. But when still people come to your booth and like the merch, like, hey, how can you get the merch?
Yep.
Scan the QR code. I also love the small hat stickers. you know
Yeah.
I am I am coming from a dev background, so I have a dig for stickers. So the
Yep.
small hat Supra stickers, they were like they sold for me, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's great. Well,
Wow.
cool. Well, let's talk about the Citadel vault. So, by the way, the fourth Citadel vault has now completely been locked up. So, lock your super up for 4 months and get to over 20% APR in those 4 months, and get early access to the launches of the Super DApp Showdown winning projects. The first 4 vaults are now filled, and there are only 3 left at 22%, 21%, and 20% APR respectively. So get in as soon as possible. Go to common.fund/super-citadel. We have this posted all over our X. So if you want to go learn more, please do go click and learn more and sign up before it's too late, because these are filling up a little bit faster than I thought they would, to be honest.
Of course, like we met some projects like who are actually going to be here. We met Growfitter
Mhm.
guy, Sam from Growfitter. He was also excited about like Citadel, and the sentiments around Citadel is really good right now.
Yeah, I love that.
So Sam was there. Sam's in Dubai right now.
Yeah, he came by the booth yesterday to stop by, and he recorded a really cool video about like, hey, come open on Citadel, sort of like from our Supra booth. He's gonna post about it, but yeah, that was cool.
I'm disappointed, bro. No selfies. No selfies with the man himself, Sam Matipande, the great gym rat that is Sam Matipande. We didn't get a selfie with Jatin.
Oh, we took a lot of selfies. I think he even posted on Instagram about with me and Aditi.
Well, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna go do some stalking right now. I'm gonna find you guys on Instagram, and I'm gonna find it. All right. So, Jatin, there's a lot going on, and that wraps up our ecosystem news. But what I want to find out from you is just the vibe in general. Token Dubai 2049. It's grown considerably over the last 3 years. It's become a real staple in the Web3 events calendar. What's the vibe right now for those that are in Web3, whether it's DevRel, BizDev, people in marketing? how's everyone feeling? How are the hotels? How are the conference venues? What's the actual vibe like, man?
I mean, certainly there the token itself is a very important event, right? Because when you see this big like global events that take place, they're always generalized events, right? For example, you have ETHCC, that is like a Ethereum event for everybody. Then you have the Ethereum Foundation events of like DevCon and DevConnect, right? They are like very hard developer, founder, builder focused events and everything. Awesome. And so the token events actually play a very big role to connect the BDs and the marketers, and the VCs and the founders at a one place. I have been seeing like legit a lot of BDs and marketers, everybody getting connected, VCs meeting founders, founders trying to raise money. So I think that's a really good vibe around on Token Dubai, especially now. One thing which is different from last year token, both the tokens, number one is there is no flood anymore. No one is just like drowning
Yeah,
right now. That's change. um yeah, but it's freaking hot out there.
yeah.
The next thing is, there is a lot of sentiment on automation in general, like AI agents and everything. So me and Vinny, who is the VP of our ecosystem BD, we both were in the AI agent day today, and we met a lot of cool AI projects, and as a builder myself, I feel Supra is. I think Josh posted about it too. I think it's really a ideal chain for AI agents and DeFi projects who are sort of working AI agents. Not just because we are multi-VN provide that kind of homogeneous nature where you can have your AI agent tap into multiple ecosystem at once, but our inherent nature towards automation makes us really cool and different. Plus AI agents, man, they are like they're
Yeah.
everywhere. And you have this cool projects trying to combine everything. Me and Winnie met a guy who has a project of like this MCP AI MCP server marketplace, hosting everything, the whole infrastructure, giving bridges, and they are like, we would love to explore with Supra how we can do, and I mean, it's gonna be gold for anybody who is developing anything in the AI agent side, or especially on Supra, because there is a lot of potential out there, man. I think that's like a general change in
Yeah,
tone.
for sure, man. That's super exciting, especially seeing that people are excited about it in person, right? It's like you've been talking to people over the last few days and they're showing excitement. So that's exciting for us, especially probably more exciting for you. I'm not a developer, but I understand why this is exciting for developers. You know what I mean? Also, I do want to say shout out to the Rapid Rafting Club, sponsored by Supra. This is our Mustafa. This is his rafting team. He sent me some merch. I told him I'd wear it on stream. I literally forgot I would do it. That's why you saw me step off the camera a second ago. I
Yeah,
had to put on his
tell-
shirt. So shout out Mustafa. His daughter saw me last week wearing the shirt, was like, or holding it up, and she was like, "Oh my god, he has the same shirt as you." So if you're seeing this, hello Mustafa. Hello to your family. Thank you for the shirt. It fits great, man.
and
Yeah,
I want one
exactly,
too. I'll send
exactly.
this later.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine. So Mustafa, if you're watching this, bro, South African address, my friend, I'm waiting. Okay, I'm waiting. I can't wear the same football jersey every week. All right, I need your merch, brother.
And I do want to
All
say
right, so
my love can be bought. If anybody wants to send me a t-shirt to wear on the sup, send me a DM on X and my love can be purchased. All right, carry
man,
on.
man shills every sup, bro. Every sup. He is out there looking for new merch. I tell you what. All right. So just wrapping up ecosystem news, guys. Automation was announced this week. If you saw it on our X profile, then you would know that AutoFi is almost here. If you haven't seen it yet, now you know AutoFi is almost here. Should be live on testnet within the next week or so. So in the meantime, you can check out our updated docs. We have automation docs all fully updated. The testnet upgrade sequence has now been initiated. So that means that our node operators are all fully syncing up and fully upgrading, getting ready for AutoFi live on public testnet. Full docs are available at docs.supra.com/automation. So that's really easy to remember. docs.supra.com/automation. Incredibly exciting because this is one of the great pulls of Supra is the fact that our automation is integrated into the L1 tech stack. Jatin, I'd imagine the developers that you guys are speaking to are pretty excited about automation coming to Supra soon.
Of course, and it's not just developers, to be honest. So I met a few people who have been like early investors, and who hold our coin. And there was a guy, like legit, there was a guy, and it was weird, to be honest. I was chatting with like the folks at Levitate Labs, who we work with, and as well, and we were just chatting about automation, EVM, and everything. There was a guy who was like, hey, I saw that you guys have gone out with automation in EVM is out. I'm a big fan. Let's take a selfie. He just came, he take a selfie, and he went ahead. So I mean, it's just that I think everybody is getting the vision behind automation, because I think blockchain inherently working as a computer is not something that is totally new, right? We have been talking about it since years. I mean, I know talking about automating transactions and that kind of thing years back, 2023, 2022. So but actually be able to do it, it's certainly a milestone. The demo actually got viewed by a lot of people. I had a conversation about it as well. How we made the demo, is it really like working, or is it just editing? And I'm like, no, it's true. I think you have not checked out the documentation, but it's working. So I remember talking to Nolan, and we are like super excited to play around, make samples, have more of the content out there for automation. And there will be a lot of content. We are planning videos and everything. So definitely automation is certainly an exciting thing, especially for developers. I mean, you can go crazy with Supra's automation, create amazing new bunch of dApps. And there is a lot of like brainstorming here. Even if you think about automation, AI agents, Supra, I mean, possibilities can go all over the place. It's like multiverse of madness.
Yeah, that's incredible. I guess, and there was a little demo posted I think last week on the Supra Labs on the Supra Labs X account. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's super exciting. I think that's one of the more like soon to release things is automation. For me, that's one of the things that I'm most excited about as well. So kind of jumping off track here, Jatin, let's talk about that flight, brother. So the flight for me, I think would have been 14 and a half hours there, 16 and a half hours back. And I know it was probably a rough flight for you too, but how far was that flight? And how was it, I guess?
So for me, it was about a little over
not
3 hours.
Oh man, that's like
Not
That's
bad.
easy.
That's a drive down from Texas to Florida, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, yeah, no, definitely. So I am a guy who just utilizes flights in the best way possible. So I ended up actually doing a lot of my work in my flight. So I did not mind. I ended up doing a lot of like documentation work, and some sample apps work and extension work, etc. So for me, it just I could say just it flew.
Yeah, it flew by.
Man, like I can't believe.
Pun intended.
I'll give some insight here. So I put the questions together, and I was expecting Jatin to have flown like 8-9 hours from India to Dubai. 3 hours. If I had known, I probably should have Googled it first before writing the question that it's only a 3-hour flight. But
But it was a late night flight, and I was very tired, to be very honest. I reached late, and I skipped dinner as well because it was like late evening almost, and hadn't had any energy in me. And then I woke up like very late in the night, like around 11:30, 12, and then went back to work. So But then by then I was like, you know what, let's just skip dinner
I'm
anyways.
curious, man. How long are you actually going to stay in Dubai for? Are you going to be there for a little bit, a little, a couple of days after a token Dubai, or are you going to head straight back home after the event is over?
No, I'm actually gonna head straight home after our events are over. So the last event that we are doing is the Hack Seasons conference on second, and I'm actually flying back home, around very early morning on third. You could say like around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. on third May itself. I mean, like not staying this time any extra to be honest.
Tell us about
Let's see.
the hack seasons. I'd love to know more about what you as a DevRel aim to get out of that event on Friday.
So Hack Seasons is a pretty interesting event, because first of all, Hack Seasons has done events before like this. It's not definitely their first time. So we have seen how they attract a real like bunch and different diversity of audience. So as a DevRel, not just Hack Seasons, in any event that I go to, the kind of conversations that I'm looking forward to are more around meeting people who are builders, right? Because we are a really new chain in the market right now. We are like the third move chain out there. The move VM, as much as amazing it is, it's out on mainnet and we have some cool projects, but we are not going to stop there, right? I mean, we got EVM out, then after that we will work on Solana VM, and it's always going to be keep shipping. So I'm always excited to meet builders of other ecosystems. Yeah,
Oh,
I know you're
yeah.
flexing the t-shirts.
Mustafa's in the comments. I had to give him a shout out.
So yeah, I'm really excited to meet people who are builders and early founders, because for them also choosing a really important and reliable chain is a really must thing. So that's, as a developer, that's always what I'm looking forward to, builders, devs coming over to Supra, bringing the value towards the
Yeah, yeah.
chain.
Yeah. And speaking of
Yeah.
Dubai in general, though, so I've never been. Obviously, you see these luxurious pictures and cops are driving Lamborghinis. You know what I mean? Speaking of, before I go any farther, do cops actually drive Lambos?
So luckily for me, I haven't seen any cops so far.
Okay. All right. So the
But
theory is
that is
still
a great
But
unsolved.
answer, by the
Yeah,
way. That's a
exactly.
great answer. Well done.
The,
yeah, so I have seen a lot of this amazing
yeah, yeah. Oh, of
supercars,
course, man. I mean,
and
there's so much money there. I can only imagine you're seeing like the every type of Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin you could possibly
oh,
imagine.
you have no idea, like the customized,
Yeah,
the customized
yeah, yeah,
hat models and I dig the dark purple color custom models
yeah.
Ferraris, and seeing them so casually just
Like
driving by.
16-year-olds driving one.
Uh, yeah, it actually excites
Yeah.
you a little about okay, damn, for them it's just like
Yeah,
Hot
yeah, just
Wheels.
like a Hot Wheel. Yeah, speaking of, man, like, so what is Dubai like being such a modern city, right? Like, especially you coming from India, me being from the United States, James being from South Africa, well, the UK, really, and talking about old cities. So, so what do you like? What is it like being in such a modern city? Is it too clean? Does it feel like it's too sanitized? Is it vibey? What is the overall feeling and like the vibe there in Dubai?
I would say definitely it's clean. It's like well maintained. You go to like around city, you see like it's pretty like well formatted city, and in the morning you might not notice a lot of things, but it's there is a really cool beach like the Mariana beach there, where there were like a few events that I attended, and so it's all very like clean and like settled down. It's like a city which is like sorted out in head, I guess that's the right way to say it, where they know what part works. But after like 7 8 p.m, that's when the magic happens, when the temperature actually is much more normal and bearable. You go out and you see such amazing skyline, and oh my god, that's like, so I was just, I think after the whole events got over on 27th, so it was just the event venue was just in front of the Mariana Bay beach where I went to, and at night it was like amazing. I mean, So the nightlife got alive, and you just want to like stare at the
Yeah.
buildings, how. Yeah, and the all areas and everything is just like they just all light up, man. Then at night it just becomes a totally different city. It's like where you just want to go out and just check out all the things around you. There's a really really cool like aspect of the city where there are like so many rooftop bars and rooftop cafes. So at night you just want to like stare at the city all the
Yeah.
time. It just makes you fall in love
Yeah,
with it all
when
over
I
again.
got my first computer, I remember looking up like backgrounds for like my desktop, and I would look up like cool futuristic cities. But like Dubai is like actually that background in real life. You know what I mean? It's like you see the skyline at night, and it almost looks like something out of like a Cybertron movie. It's like this is a real place, and people actually live here. This isn't like AI. So yeah, I can only imagine what it's like actually being in Dubai.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like, whereabouts in India are you from, Jatin? I'm just curious.
So yeah, born and brought up in
Okay,
Mumbai, so
so the
that's why I'm more inclined towards good
okay,
things.
yeah. I mean, so how crazy is this? When I first heard about the Burj Al, I think it's the Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. I
Mhm.
was actually I was in Delhi at the time. And I remember sitting in my hotel room just researching this incredible building because I'd just flown through Dubai. And the only time I've been in Dubai is through the transit of the airport. And that's it. Like, I can't wait to actually go and experience the city for myself because from South Africa, the easiest way to get to anywhere else in the world is usually through one of those hubs, whether it be Dubai, Doha, Istanbul, one of those kind of cities. So it must be quite a vibe, man. We've got a couple of questions coming through right now. I'm going to get to your questions, guys, at the end of the show. So hang in there. If you do have a question, just type it into the YouTube comments, type it into the X replies on the live stream. We'll get Jatin to answer your questions as soon as we possibly can. And while we talk about Dubai and continue talking about what's going on, Jatin, I'm really curious to know developer presence. Is there a strong developer presence right now at Token Dubai, or is it more biz dev and marketing? I'd love to know the sort of concentration of the types of people that are attending the events at Token Dubai.
So I think because it's token and it's in, like since the start it has always been the VC BD marketers event, right? So the concentration of the developer audience is certainly very less. You could say that I have been at the AI agent day like almost till morning, from morning till like afternoon, like 3 p.m. And I have met like very less number of developers. So like everybody was either like a BD or a marketer or or like founder, of course, or a lot of VCs like everywhere. So I met like hardly, if I have talked to like again 40 to 50 people in the whole event, then I have hardly met more than 10 you know like developer or at least developer background people out of it. But I think that's the thing about token, because it's like that one event that you have dedicated towards like all the
Yep.
BD and the marketers of the world to actually like sell what they have
Yeah.
built.
Well, and also the price to just get out there for most people is very high. So it's like you're not able to send a whole like the large amount of your team, and you have to be very specific of the people that you send out there, right? So like and devs build. Devs are not the most especially most like hardcore developers. They don't really want to be going to these events. Like they got stuff to do, and going to these events and waste of time is not something that they enjoy. But speaking of the devs, and I've kind of gotten a little bit of feedback over the last couple days in the community. We announced early access for developers for Supra EVM this week, as I mentioned earlier. But what's the response been like from the devs that you've spoken to? And whether I've been in the community or just in general, maybe at Token 2049. But as soon as we announced it, I got multiple pings within the price discussion channel being like, oh, like it's almost time. Or I was getting messages weeks before being like, hey, we need an update on EVM. Like, when are we going to be able to test this? So what's been the response from developers for you?
So I mean, Supra EVM definitely is something that we have hyped up a lot. People were excited about it. So we are, of course, we got like messages from our ecosystem projects who were like actually planning to test it out. You know, they planned, they are like, hey, I've applied at the testnet page. Now we want the alpha, have us like try, we'll give you feedback. And I have met some people here in the AI agent event, who knew about Supra. And when I told them that our EVM went, testnet alpha went live like last night, they were like, oh, we want to try it, and I'm like, okay, just go to the supra.com/EVM and just signed up, and we will hook you up with a really good way to like test it out, give us feedback. So I mean, it's really cool to see that we don't have to push people to check EVM. We don't have to push people to notice the EVM getting out, because people already knew
Yeah.
about it. On Discord, of course, you see this general discussion of people who are like, oh, EVM is out. Oh, see, we see the EVM is out. We have the Supra insiders and Supra fans, that kind of Telegram groups as well by our community itself. They are like, so good news. Finally, EVM is out. So I see that everywhere in just a matter of
Yeah.
few hours, because we launched it like last night, and in few hours it's like everywhere on this third party community telegrams and on Discord and on Twitter. I saw a post, somebody, I think a Spartan posted about it, and then it got like 20-30 likes and all that. And I'm like, okay, so community really wanted us to get it out there. So it's very good to see that, and believe me, the EVM docs are ready. We have worked, the liberal team has worked very hard on like making sure that the EVM docs are crisp and on point for people to know how they can just get started. We have the documentation ready for like Remix, Hard Hat, Foundry. We have already given a sample Solidity DApp for people to try out on Supra EVM. We already shipped two demos on Twitter, one on using Supra EVM via Starkey and Remix, and one via using Supra EVM on Hard Hat and creating a DAO platform or using it. And I think the response at those or those demos were enough to show us that it's gonna go awesome. But seeing it actually in action is like, it's definitely a good feeling,
Yeah.
when you have worked hard on the whole thing and then it just goes
Yeah.
like
For
this.
sure. And I do want to pick your brain a little bit more about the AI event that you attended yesterday, because I think the AI and crypto are becoming hand in hand or synonymous with each other, especially with all the AI chatbots or the AI bots that are coming through, especially automation as well. Like, what was the overall like consensus about crypto and AI? Are people excited about this? Are they scared about it? Are they ready to build with it? Because somebody like me, automation could be a very dangerous thing, because I'll short everything forever and then just lose all my money very quickly. But like, what's the
Or
overall
you'll
like,
long everything and lose
or
all
I'll
your money.
long everything and
Whichever
be a
way you go,
millionaire?
it'll go the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all long, I short. Y'all will be all right. But yeah, like, what's the overall consensus of AI and crypto like as a whole?
So I mean, yeah, so Vinny and I, we went ahead to the event with just one focus, to talk and meet this amazing AI agent and DFI. I don't know how you say it, DEFAI,
DeFi?
DeFi or
Yeah,
AI.
yeah. DeFi AI, DeFi
I
AI,
just said, yeah,
DeFi
yeah.
with an AI.
But it's DeFi. Yeah. I mean, no, Diff. So let's just say Diff
Yeah,
AI, projects out there, and I mean the general sentiment you could say in Web three is opposite of how it is in Web two. In Web two, you see a lot of fear with AI coming along. People are so negative about, oh, we are losing jobs and all that. But in Web three, people are like, they. I think in Web three, one thing that we all have to agree is that people are like so damn
love it.
passionate, ambitious. When a new piece of tech comes along, they just don't get like the fear, and they are like, okay, so let's just integrate into our
Yeah,
product.
or how can it make our product
You know?
better? Or how can we make the user experience better using the AI? It's like all of these things are very,
Exactly.
very positive. And I think you're right. In Web 2, people see it as almost like, oh, it's doing too much for me, or like it's taking people's jobs. And like I see both sides of the coin, but with us living and breathing Web 3, it's like, this is some of the most exciting stuff that we should all be excited about.
Of course, I mean, and that's the sentiment, right? When I went to the today's event, it was not about replacing Web3, replacing blockchain, replacing anybody who is existing in the blockchain workforce right now, BD, marketer, dev, anyone. It is about adding AI as another utility layer inside existing blockchain
Yep.
solution. So you have this projects so I met a project, they had a booth in the AI agent day. It's about minting AI native stable coins on your
Yep.
chain, like imagine the AI 16Z, Eliza USD and something like this, where you can use this AI stable coins to use in AI projects so that you don't ever have to, worry about credits anymore. And I mean, so people already started going all bonkers about it. There was a project about adding a security layer over AI agents accessing your data. And yeah, there's like a lot of AI conversation, but it's all about a general sentiment of a positive
Yeah. Yeah.
note. And us also, I feel that on Supra you can create some really great AI agent use cases. So I mean, I don't know if people know much about it, but we have a really cool AI project team inside Supra. We have Robbie the Robot AI agent on Twitter. We have this amazing team who is working very hard, like there said, Dr. David Yang. Josh is always providing notes on how to use AI to improvise what we do right now. And I think that's the way
Yep.
to go. I mean, use AI agent frameworks. I mean, I am working on this AI based
Yep.
templates, or AI based sampled apps. They are in process right now. I mean, devs can expect it pretty soon in the upcoming week. That they can just use it as a template to build AI agents on Supra. That's pretty exciting thing that I'm working on. But yeah, I think that's the sentiment, that in Web3 we sort of not only accept a new piece of technology, but we go ahead and we sort of integrates into existing piece of tech and make it much better, right? I mean, I remember us talking about when the like how we can improvise our existing experience on wallet, on chain with AI. Automation is a really good example of how more and more innovation inside blockchain space can bring much more ease, right? I mean, of course it's scary. I mean, why would not it be scary? I mean, imagine people reacting to Apple when it came out, right? That, oh, we have this sheets, we have this excels, and we have documents inside this box, and what if somebody like steals it, you know and I mean, imagine iPhone coming out. People are like an internet, a music device, and
Hey,
like
I'm old enough
a
to
cell
where I
phone.
remember when an iPhone and the internet came out. Okay. I remember not having the internet. I remember being in ninth grade and like begging my parents for an iPhone. And they're like, these are $1,000. You're a psycho. You're not getting $1,000 cell phone when you're 14 years old. But I also, go ahead.
But
No, no, no.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the thing. People were like afraid about how it will
Yep.
change the landscape, right? I mean, you remember there was a really good movie called like Blackberry. It's about the whole journey of the Blackberry mobile
Yeah.
phones, and how it landscape got changed for them when they saw Apple introducing the iPhone
Yep.
altogether. So I mean, I am a guy who dig all this kind of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
documentaries.
The-
um so I feel that if it is scary, does not mean it's bad. If it is scary, it means that we have a bigger challenge to overcome, and we might end up getting something much more better than what we even dream of.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that's key. Like, Supra is doing its best to foresee what's coming and making sure that we position ourselves for what the future holds, right? Like, I think what you brought up there, comparing BlackBerry with iPhone, BlackBerry didn't see what Apple were bringing to the market, and their lunch got eaten, right? And that's why we're so aware that AI is pretty much the future of tech and the future of what users are going to be using their computers for, and integrating that into your DeFi strategies, your crypto strategies. That's really what we want to do. Make it easy for users to leverage AI on chain and make their crypto work for them. I'm curious to know, Jatin, if you had access to an AI agent right now, it was up and running on Supra, what's the first thing? What is the first thing that you're getting an AI agent on Supra to do for you?
Jeez.
Go ahead.
No pressure. No pressure.
So, no, I mean AI agents actually. So James, I think that question is something that's gonna give me a error 404 on my brain right now because I am like developer by heart. I am always I'm someone. I mean, you can ask Nolan. I think this is my good and bad habit. I am always trying to come up with some new shenanigans on what I can do with tech and on Supra, right? And I think that will just if I have to make an agent, then I'll make an agent who will help me create much more better agents on Supra.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
create one agent
that's like
and then it
really
will
meta.
creating.
Really meta, bro.
Imagine Terminator, but better.
Okay, we see where you're going with this.
I mean, I'll just make sure that it won't kill me.
I need a
All right.
AI chatbot to, honestly, if I could create an AI chatbot, I would create an AI chatbot that followed the top 5 traders in crypto, and then I would just invest a 10% of whatever they're investing and just have my AI chatbot just follow them forever and just make mailbox money for the next 10 years, retire.
I mean, a lot of people are actually trying to come up with AI agents and this frameworks, where they can just control the whole like working and everything. I actually heard about this really cool guy who created an AI agent to run his entire like operations in his
What kind of a
startup.
business was it?
So I don't know. I don't. I think he sort of like automated like basic work, and you all using AI agents, and the AI agents is doing a lot of like technical like stuff for him, and I think he's using AI agents to automate every single task that he wants to create. So and I think AI agents like are opening up a lot of different horizons right now. I mean, you see AI agents out there using the MCP services. That is like the next big thing coming along in the AI space. The MCP powered AI agent services, the MCP servers. We are talking about it in Supra as well. I'm having a chat about it with Josh, David Yang, and everybody. That hey, it's pretty cool. So some people are trying to create like a mental health AI agent counselor for you. Which is like it's in blockchain, so you don't have to worry about your data getting leaked out there, right? Why people won't go to like therapists and all because they fear
Yeah.
their conversations getting out, right?
Or
Imagine AI agents
yeah,
and
or
all.
even
So
the
yeah,
fear of just like talking to somebody. Being able to open up is like it's skill. Not a lot of people can do it, and it does take a hard time. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Having the benefit of having somebody to talk to, maybe ask questions about what you're feeling, and not having to have like a face to it, could be beneficial for some people.
I use
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm
myself.
saying, dude. Like, yeah, I even use it sometimes, but I use it in ways like, hey, my kids are driving me crazy. What can I make them for dinner tonight to make them not be maniacs for the rest of the day? And it's like spaghetti. And every time it works like a charm.
So that's like a general dad advice for you from my AI.
That's actually a great idea,
I ask
Chase.
very simple.
Thanks for the advice, man.
It
That's
it
great.
does work, man. And
Yeah.
and speaking of I guess being a parent and did your kids watch Bluey growing up, James?
They did indeed. Bluey, mate. All right,
Dude,
let's go down to the store. Yeah, Bluey
so
always.
Bluey has made me a better dad. That guy really knows how to just like keep an even keel. If you have children, let them watch Bluey. You should watch it with them. It's the most wholesome show ever. Hoyt, I'm looking at you. Just had brand new baby. Throw that on, brother. Throw that on, brother.
Bro, by the time
I am the youngest.
By the time Hoyt's kid is sort of at that age where they're crying about dinner, there'll be AI agents to just handle everything for him.
They're cooking. They're cooking for us.
All right, guys, we got just under 10 minutes left. Couple of questions here on the comments. Please don't forget to drop your questions in. I think last question from my side for you, Jatin, is the response to the announcement about automation. I know we've spent a lot of time talking about AI agents, but the response to automation and Supernova. Both are coming to testnet very soon. Supernova, of course, the interoperability protocol, which is groundbreaking in terms of cross-chain communication. What are the developers excited to experiment with here, both with automation and Supernova?
So of course I'll start with like automation. So luckily the documentations are out there. We did posted about it, and all I can say is that we are improvising the documentation to a very good extent. So what developers, if you're hearing this, what you're seeing right now, come back to the documentation of after a few days, and you will see a totally new improvisation. I'm just waiting for a few things to get done, and then I'm pushing a totally like different good pretty looking formatting on the automation documentations. So I mean definitely the developers will have a good time interacting with it. And because why not, we are planning like a lot of things. We are calling it AutoFi, so we are planning like AutoFi challenges, talking about it Jason very recently, and like using the AutoFi EVM hackathons, seeing how people can sort of work on our EVM and automation all together. So I think developers definitely, once they see that how it's all gonna go out, and it's just all gonna be like awesome reception on the kind of tech that they can build on
Yeah.
Supra now. Before it was a Move VM chain that we have out there, so people were building that. But now automation opens the floodgates of totally new set of ideas itself. Now the room is no more about the old ideas, than the old NFT marketplaces, dexes, swaps. Now automation is just like, imagine automated swaps, automated liquidity, consensus like AI agents, so many things. I mean, it's just like, even if I right now, if I have to think about it, I'll come up with like 10-15 ideas that will just like make my brain all go like all smoked out of my ears. Oh, we can make that, we can
Yeah.
make that. I think automation is definitely going to have a good um
Yeah.
like a reception towards it. um and I think Nippon is right. There is something cooking in my head right now.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah,
Those who
wait.
don't know,
Tell us about
yeah.
some dev tools. Leak a little alpha for the boys, dude. You're on here with the sup with the boys. You're not gonna leak some alpha? That's crazy. Let's hear what you got.
I, I'll leak alpha here, okay? So I
Let's
think
go.
people don't know
Let's go,
about it,
buddy.
but
Come on.
have I'll be posting a really good demo about our own VS Code extension. So, so Move people, the Move devs out there, we don't have a remix ID like Solidity people, right? We don't have a Solana play sandbox like the Rust people. We use VS Code, right? I mean, I went to the Move hackathon and 90% people are like using VS Code. So, I mean, people who don't know out there, I'll be posting a demo around later tonight or maybe tomorrow about our own Supra Move. It's a VS Code extension which will help you like not only the general syntax highlighting and suggestions, it has intelligence as well, which by which once you type like just simply Supra framework like two semicolons, it will give you a list of all available modules. And when you type things like struct, hello world, has, then it gives you the suggestions like key, drop, store, and then it gives you the rest of the public function. You just need to keep like just one button like tab, and it creates everything for you. So this is a really cool extension that we are getting out, and that's not the best part. It is just the version 1, which already gives a lot of access. Our team members are actually trying it out, they are liking it, but the best part is yet to come. We so I'm having a chat with Nolan in the morning. So we have something which will be a part of this extension in the next release, which will not only make it a unique move dev tool in Supra, it will make it the most unique and like really sick, awesome dev tool in entire move space. I mean, you have not seen something
Oh
like
boy.
this for devs out there. Imagine like I can't say more, else I'm pretty sure it's gonna like just kill me. But all I can say is once this dev tool release will go out for extension, people will have the time of their life developing on Supra. They are like, damn, this is just like
I,
too cool, you know? It's
I
like
love
this.
that, man. I love that. And I'm sorry for dragging the alpha out of you, but sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to do it. And actually, this is not a question from the audience, but it is a comment. It says, this is from Super Group. Jatin is ex Bollywood movie star turned crypto geek. So, I mean, you're getting just some love from the crowd today, baby.
Getting
It
some
says
love here, Jatin.
he said he
Hello.
has the same haircut as Sharon Khan. If I don't know if you know who that is that a compliment?
Oh,
Shahrukh Khan.
so calling me
Yeah.
Shahrukh Khan. That's like a too big of a compliment. I mean,
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
um, okay. So I mean, I don't know about Bollywood star. You know, I mean, I'm like this since the start. But calling me Shahrukh Khan, that's just like, you know, I'm single since my whole life. You know,
Oh,
that's like
watch
I'm
out,
like
people.
exactly
Hey, well
opposite.
Watch
now
out.
you got almost 2,000 people watching. You might have fined your old lady just now. We got people calling you the most attractive guy in India. Hello, hello.
You ain't.
No, no, no. I'm honored. You know that.
I love that, dude. I love it. So let's move into audience questions. I know you have very short time left, so I'm just going to jump right into it. This one comes from Soul Vibe TV. Sorry about that. Token2049, Dubai 2025. How will Supra highlight its multi-VM and Oracle integration for AI and Web3 innovation? And which partnerships or use cases will demonstrate its real-world impact? And that was a little bit of a long one, but what you got for me?
No, of course, I think it is actually a good question. So we highlighted our multi VM by introducing, you know, our upcoming EVM launch. So people are like, you are like a Move VM network. They saw our Move VM getting out on mainnet last year, and now when we say that our EVM is going out tonight, I mean on the testnet alpha, let alone in the next few months, and on testnet and mainnet like very fast. They are like, so you're actually doing multi VM, and we are like, yeah, we are doing so. When we tell people about our Oracle integration, I mean, so the concept of Supra is like, you know, the decentralized Oracle in, you know, the Dora itself is pretty like interesting if you go and read a white paper about it from website. But imagine integrating that Oracle, integrating VRF, integrating the automation into a single chain, that itself. So I remember Jason recording a video about how I was using, like, you know, the cup holders, like 2 3 cup holders, to explain a dev about what is a clan and tribe
Yeah.
architecture, you know. So I mean, so that's just the highlight of how in the multi-chain day people were really curious, not only about the fact that we are putting more than one VM out there in a single chain, but what is the technical implementation. You know, people want to know about how we generally talk about the proof of efficient liquidity. You know, people are like, how is it different from the general proof of liquidity concept out there? So these conversations are a highlight, you know, and that's how Supra highlighted it. You know, we gave people a peek of how Supra as a layer one is not only is a vertically integrated blockchain with oracles, VRF, automation, you know, and again Supranova coming out, but it's also like bringing the multi VM ecosystem and aspect, which was the big highlight of multi-chain day, you know, where we are essentially putting the concept of ownership and freedom out there, right? So for me to be able to tap into a blockchain space full of Move developers, I don't need to learn Move. I can just be the same old Solidity Ethereum guy and can deploy a Solidity smart contract on Supra EVM, right? And that's what we demoed to people. How we just used a normal Solidity contract, deployed it on using Remix on Super EVM, and just checked it on Explorer. So it's that easy. And you know, Oracle, the AI integration, everything is just all coming along the place. We are using our booth and our amazing team here. We have Vinny, Jason, Aditi, John, all of us talking to people, telling them about this bigger vision of Supra, um, and regarding partnership or use cases demonstration, I think we are just telling them about the use cases of AutoFi for now. How automation can bring a lot of new use cases, how you can automate existing workloads, you can automate existing like manual works. So that is definitely a curious thing. I think about partnerships, I don't know much how the BD team is handling such a big crowd, but seriously, like such a big like hats off to John, Vinny, Aditi, handling the BD front of our fort. It's crazy, how they're chatting with everybody, forming partnerships. I see like so many Telegram groups getting formed. I've not checked any single
Dude,
one of
I
them.
hear you, man. My Telegram is a joke. I totally hear you. My Telegram
Dude,
is just out of hand.
and I don't have like the premium version, so I can only pin like 5 chats. But I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
I get
neither do
I
I.
get
I know.
I get pings from like 100 different people a day. So it's like,
Oh
man,
man,
I probably have
bro.
5,000 unread Telegram messages. I'm not even lying.
I got a shout out to K5 on X. Shout out to you, bro. He is a big supporter of Supra. He is always in my DMs on Telegram, like, yo, GM James Preston, GM. I'm like, bro, I haven't checked my DMs in 100 days, bro. So apologies, man. Apologies. But Jatin, I think you've got to get to the 1% club with Crypto
Yep.
Banter. You can't be late, sir.
He's a part of the
Thank you so
1%, ladies
much.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
1%.
The 1% right here.
And the thing is you can't. So it sounds like a cool name, but you can't just get into the 1% club dinner. So Jatin, I think probably I think it might just be because you look like Shahrukh Khan, dude. I think that's honestly why he got into the 1% club. He got the easy
There it
access.
is.
He got the red
There it
carpet laid
is.
out for him for the Bollywood superstar.
There it is.
I'd say I went to the 1% because we have an amazing Supra team here, So it's not just me. I think Chase, James, Hoyt, Nipun, everybody on the stream, we all are a part of the 1%.
Hey,
We are like the
let's move, baby.
Boom. True
yeah.
humility right there. True humility. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this stream as always. Jatin, thank you for your time. I know that it's been crazy for you. You have answered like a champion to be going from 7 o'clock this morning until now, and now you still got more events. Thank you, sir. And all the best for the rest of Token Dubai, sir.
Absolutely, my man. We were so stoked to have you, Jatin. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you as I did in East Denver. Here's my virtual hug, bro. I wish I could be there to give you a hug and to get to see you, my man. And thank you again for taking the time. You didn't have to do this. I know you've had such a busy schedule since you've been there. So thank you for just giving us kind of what's been going on in Dubai, what the vibe's been like, and letting everybody know what's been the vibe there. So, Jatin, if you got any final words, these are it, baby.
All I will say is just continue building super apps on Supra EVM now.
Come
and
on.
Always here for the family.
Let's go. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next week, same time, same place, maybe an hour later, 3 p.m. UTC next week, next Wednesday. Thanks for your comments. We appreciate it. Until next time, sup.
What's up, baby?